Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in and joining us for the first webinar of our Top Woman in Business KZN for 2024. We are honored and privileged to be able to share in the journeys and inspiring stories of 12 incredible women that have been nominated for this incredible and auspicious recognition and award. Well done, ladies, on making it this far. And the stage is yours. I'm going to just set the tone of what you need to do. And I think we're in for a great evening and an hour of getting to know everyone a lot better. So let me first introduce myself. I am Jennifer Reddy. I'm the CEO of Morar Incorporated, and we are the main sponsors of this year's event. I myself am a female entrepreneur, and I believe in female empowerment and upliftment in all levels of society and ages. I think it's incredible the initiative that Top Business has given us, and it is for us to carry it forward. And after being a nominee in 2022, I thought it is best fit for me now, 2 years later, to pay it forward and create the platform for incredible and inspiring women to take the lead and take this further. So, without further ado, let us get into knowing our candidates. And the first is Amanda, who is this beautiful young lady. Amanda is the founder and managing director of PowerPoint Lifestyles, who grew up in the Eastern Cape before moving to KZN for better educational opportunities. She completed high school in Durban, earned a Bachelor of Social Science from the University of KZN, and later a master's degree from the University of Kent. Amanda, tell us more about your business and yourself.
Good evening, Jennifer. Good evening, ladies. My name is Amanda Swana. I'm the managing director and founder of PowerPoint Lifestyles. PowerPoint Lifestyles is a human resource and business consulting solution service provider. We provide various services such as performance management, talent management, recruitment and placement, and most predominantly the labor relations specialist functions. We are based in KwaZulu-Natal, mainly in the Mhlanga area, and also operating from our Pretoria branch, providing a duplicate of the same services, but with a different clientele. Our dominant clientele is around manufacturing, logistics, production, engineering, more technical skills rather than the soft skills. And we provide mostly recruitment and placement for those service providers.
Thank you, Amanda. When I read your bio, you have an incredible academic and professional journey, and you have a very diversified array of businesses. Can you tell me what inspires you to keep going, and how do you keep yourself inspired?
So what inspires me to keep going is the change that has been made through entrepreneurship. Initially, when you do start a business, you start a business because you have a particular vision in mind. But when you start having individuals working towards that vision, I think the dynamics change. You're more drawn to seeing the change in their lives rather than the business operations in itself. So the quality of life and also the value that they are bringing towards the vision. What inspires me as an individual is drawing inspiration from simple pleasures of life, such as reading books, personal development. I do a lot of training in my own initial capacity as an entrepreneur, equipping myself with various tools and strategies on how I could become a better entrepreneur. But I also find joy in general personal development, whether it's a soft skill or interrelations.
Lovely. And you did share a future goal and a dream. Do you want to share that with our audience?
Most definitely. A future goal and a dream that's in the books currently is I would like to first publish my first book and also to pursue my PhD studies. I think that's one that's been sitting in the vision board for quite some time, and I'm ready to take up that goal.
Thank you, Amanda. I look forward to hearing more about your journey on the 14th. Our next nominee is Anna Roberts.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anna has a journey of innovation and a drive in real estate. Anna is the owner of just property branches in the Upper Highway in Umhlanga and has redefined the traditional real estate model through her innovative marketing and sales strategies. Her business focuses on property rentals and sales, offering both tenant procurement and full property management services, and she has over 27 years in corporate HR experience as well. Anna, can you tell us a bit about yourself and your business?
Sure. Thanks very much, Jennifer. Yeah, so my name is Anna Roberts, and I thought I'd share a little bit about my story because I think it positions the business quite well. At the age of 50 plenty, with perfect timing in 2020, right before COVID, I decided it was a good idea to leave a very stable great HR career in human resources, and thought it was a good idea to go into real estate. So I bought Just Property Upper Highway. At that stage, I had zero knowledge of the industry, but I thought that the industry aligned well with my strengths and love for people and business and strategy. It was a ridiculously steep learning curve for those first couple of years. Yeah, I think if at that stage I had known what was to come in terms of COVID and lockdown, I probably wouldn't have made the move. But I was fortunate that in very early in my life, I had to learn to adapt and to deal with whatever life throws at me, or to go after what I really wanted. So I was born in Mozambique and moved to South Africa at the age of 8. Without my parents, and I couldn't speak a word of English, and I couldn't understand a single word. So that was really an adapt or die. I do define myself as a Durbanite. I completed my schooling in Durban and my degree at KZN. My human resources experience, I think, helped me to build a business. So I think my human resources experience and my lack of real estate knowledge, I didn't know how things are done around here, so I landed up building quite a different business. We have a business I initially bought Just a Property Upper Highway, and then recently Just Property Umhlanga. Our business is focused on strategy and very, very strong values. It's a culture-based business. We have proudly in Upper Highway won a couple of awards since starting the business, and I think that's attributed to the team. I've always hired for skill and trained, hired for attitude and trained for skill. And we've built an incredible team that I think have delivered these results. I strongly believe in life that it's not about doing what is right, not being right, but doing what is right by others, and improving 1% every day. And I think that's what our business is built on. So that's the differentiation, I think, between Just Property Upper Highway and Umhlanga and some of our competitors.
So Anna, what advice can you give someone younger that's sitting in corporate and has this idea that maybe they should change their career and doesn't have the inspiration to do it? What advice would you give to this younger person?
I think that the advice would be go for it. Life is full of unknowns, and I think we'll daddle, but life is short. Aim to do 1% better every single day, and anything is possible if you set your mind to it. It's really about driving what you believe in, and yeah, just go for it. Don't be scared.
Thank you. Couldn't have said that better myself. Our next nominee is Annelene Govender. Annelene's ownership of SA Water Products is driven by a commitment to addressing water scarcity and providing sustainable solutions. Her passion for water conservation and sustainable practices is at the heart of her business approach. Growing up in Richards Bay, a region that has faced water-related challenges, shaped her awareness of this critical need for water management. Annelene, the floor is yours.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
You can hear me. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm Annelene Govender, Director of SA Water Products. We are based in the beautiful city of Richards Bay. We specialize in the supply of water reticulated products in the domestic, commercial, and industrial sector. And our main focus is giving back to our local community.
Annelene, when I read your bio, I read about you starting this business off from scratch. How did you feel and what inspired you to make that decision?
Okay. I grew up from very, very humble beginnings, and I decided to break the chain in our family. So from a young age, I really worked very hard and diligently. And uh, my dad was my inspiration. He motivated me because he raised 5 kids on a single income. So I looked to him as my hero. And I said, you know what, I'm going to make my dad, or basically my parents, proud of, and go ahead and, pursue my career. I was not actually afforded to study. But as soon as I finished school, I started my first job. And basically, it's my dad.
And just one more question for you, because we want to encourage entrepreneurship through this webinar series and having this event every year. What challenge did you face when you started your own business and how did you overcome it? We just want to hear about one challenge.
Okay, basically, it's not easy being a woman in our industry, being in the main industry in Richards Bay. It's mostly men that actually own businesses like what I have. But I continued to be passionate, and I was very determined, and I was a go-getter. And I said, you know what? I basically put my mind to it, and I conquered it. So my main focus was always, always uplifting people and making sure, basically uplifting people.
Lovely. Thank you, Annelene.
Thanks.
Our next nominee is Beverley, beautiful Beverley, who has dedicated her life to the world of beauty therapy and now operates from her salon, Bev's Beauty and Wellness, located in Hershey's Umhlanga. Over a 44-year career, she has cultivated not only a love for her profession, but also for the people she serves. Beverley, let us know more about you.
Hello, ladies. It's so wonderful to be here, and thank you for this wonderful opportunity. And I just wanted to say I'm Beverley Murray. I am the proud owner of Bev's Beauty and Wellness at Hershey's Umhlanga. I've worked very, very hard to get where I am, and also started from little. And I want to be honest and say that for me, the love of my clients, that's my passion. And for me, every person that comes in there, if I see a happy face, it just makes me happier.
So, Beverley, you have a story from your bio of success in navigating a crisis. Would you like to share that with us?
I moved down from from Joburg to Durban in 2012. And I came to actually live with my partner, childhood sweetheart. And we started to get the business up and going. We found a place and that I could work from. And when I was going to open the salon, it was in the January, he became very, very ill. And by the April, he had been misdiagnosed. I basically had stopped working. I didn't even go forth with it. I just put everything on hold. And I nursed him at home and I took care of him. And he unfortunately died of cancer in the August. And when he died, so we'd only actually had a year together of when we moved in to when this had taken place. And the shop was only going to really be ready the end of December, but this happened in January. So I put everything on hold, saw to him, and then 1 week later, I just realized I have got to get up. No matter what, we are women, we succeed, we go forwards, and we get that power within us to just always move forwards. And it wasn't an easy task, but knowing what I had to do it was something that I pushed through. And today I've got a beautiful, successful business. It did take time where I literally did what other people, if you start, you put post in the post boxes, you put those envelope, your pamphlets. I've done it all, you know, but it's made me a stronger person for doing all of that. And I'm so grateful, even through the heartaches and everything. You do realize that there's a strength that comes out in us, and we are amazing. Women are amazing.
It was a really inspiring bio when I read it. It was a unique story, but you are resilient. And I think that is the message we want to also say to everyone. Women are born resilient, and we may not know it initially, but when something happens, you dig down deep and you find the strength and courage to continue. So well done to you.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Our next nominee is a lovely lady, Farah, that's named after a Persian princess. She plays a pivotal role at Invest Durban, an organization committed to attracting investment and driving economic growth in the city. As an advocate for sustainable development, she works on fostering partnerships and initiatives that enhance the city's business environment. You play a very important role for all of us in KZN. Tell us more about yourself.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Oh, sorry, Jennifer, I'm on the wrong platform. Good afternoon, ladies. Good afternoon to our viewers. I think it's such an amazing platform that we are sitting at. We're inspiring each other, might I add, inspiring our listeners. Each and everyone is motivating and inspiring us. And to take this platform today, it shows to each one that the sky is the limit. So my name is Farah Goolam. Like I was introduced, my parents named me after a Persian princess. So I'd like to say that I'm destined for greatness. I would say that my business is business. It's a call to action, Invest Durban. It is an arm of the municipality that provides a business face to the city. And the purpose of this is for the benefit of all of our people. So I think that we find ourselves in a time that is an unknown. And when there is an unknown, I think that we have the power to take that narrative and run with it. So why not change it into a positive narrative? So my job as investment marketing for the past 2 decades is to create that positive narrative. I invite each and every one of you to help me give a positive narrative and create civic pride to our people, because you would not burn down your own home. So life is such that we have lows and highs, and business is such that when we fall, we rise. And together today and tomorrow, we have the ability to change that narrative. As Invest Durban, we are your first stop shop globally. If you want to come into the city of Durban, we handhold you from ribbon cutting through to aftercare. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you. So as a business person operating throughout the country, but our home is KZN, how do we make a difference to help you drive your agenda?
I would say that I think I covered myself when I said civic pride. Maybe I talk a bit too much, hey? So I think how we all can work together is to always inspire each other. Inspire each other to pick ourselves up when we have bad business days, and we will have bad business days. But then let us collaborate. Let us work together, because ultimately, I think we all are serving and striving towards the same goal. So what my time in Invest Durban has taught me is that we should not work in silos. As government, as business, as private sector, let us handhold. Let us be ambassadors of the city. Let us put our best foot forward, because globally, there are different elements that are taking place, but we live in a city that is a livable, workable, investable, playable city. And I think we are in a realm where we can create that positive high for us today and the future leaders of tomorrow. What has inspired me for 20 years to be in the municipality is that we are part of a solution. And I love that we are part of the solution, and we have the ability daily to change the narrative for tomorrow. Thank you.
Beautiful. Well said. You have a very impressive bio, and you are filled with this positive, vibrant energy. So, what is a future goal or a dream for yourself?
A future goal, I must be honest, I think as people, we sometimes put a lot of pressure onto ourselves. And I don't think we should put pressure onto ourselves. We should listen to music, specifically Taylor Swift, shake it off. I think we need to shake it off. We need to shake off opinions. We need to shake off pressure. And we just need to move forward with a thicker skin. Keep your goal in mind. Put your blinkers on and just go with your value system. You will be happy at the end of it. And I think you just have to be yourself in everything. That is the way for you to be eternally, and you can externally then provide happiness to people around you.
100%. I also have two little girls. I'm an Elsa fan. I like to let things go and just move on. So
There we
much like
go.
you, but said in a different way. Thank
I
you.
think music and movies should inspire us all. Even saying should inspire us all. It came from people who have gone through hardships, and we should take lessons from that we are not isolated. What are we going through is we should pick ourselves, move on, because others have been in this space and they've moved on as well. So I wish the best to everybody, and thank you for this platform.
Thank you for sharing with us. Our next nominee is this lady with the most beautiful smile. Like, you cannot, it's so infectious. You cannot look at the screen and not want to smile with her. Inanda, you just exude happiness. Inanda is a franchise principal at Consult by Momentum Peak Show, a company specializing in asset protection and risk management through short-term insurance. She focuses on creating tailored solutions to help individuals and businesses safeguard their assets. Additionally, her business offers referral models for third-party professionals in the insurance industry. Tell us a bit more about yourself.
Thank you, everybody, and thank you for allowing me this great opportunity to share a little bit about our business and to share about me a bit. Jennifer, I think you said quite a bit already there, more to say. So yes, well, thank you for having me. I'm Inanda Bezuidenhout, the franchise principal of Consult by Momentum Peak Show, where we do offer specialized risk management and asset protection within the short-term insurance sector. I'm a specialist short-term insurance advisor we strive to offer our clients a little bit of a different approach to asset protection and short-term insurance options. We deal and partner with 102 insurers in our country that we can partner with, and we are very specific with who we partner with. I've got some great partnerships out there, and I think it takes a team at the end of the day. I am very driven in terms of trying to change the mindset and the view, the old school view of what insurance is, and changing that begrudged purchase that everybody sees out there. It is something that is a necessity. We have seen it throughout the last couple of years, from COVID right through to the riots in KZN, that as well as the floods and the disaster that's come through. It's no longer just that monthly debit order that goes off, that and it's about finding the right partnership, making sure that when you choose that partner, that they walk with you the walk, that you are forming that bond to be able to say, okay, I trust that going forward, we are able to form a proper financial plan within my short-term insurance space to protect me and my family and our assets. So that's a little bit about what we offer. I've got a great, absolute internal and external partnering team right behind me, or actually in front of me, because they are, without them, I think some days my ADHD brain gets so all over the place that I've got a wonderful partner in crime, Samantha, that's in the offices, that will keep me on track with things. So yes, that's a little bit about our company and about myself.
Inanda, tell us what inspires you to keep pushing forward and conquering everything you are doing.
Look, I think, thank you. So I started in the industry, well, I started working at the age of 17 while I was my matric year. I wanted to study law. And I was fortunate enough to start working for an attorney's firm. I worked in the debt collection department before the NCA came into effect. And I soon realized that I wanted to be a part of the solution, the upfront solution, being able to help plan for the future and protect those assets. I was then privileged enough, my father was within the industry, and I became a PA to quite a few of the advisors, waiting my times, taking each and every opportunity to go and learn what they are doing and learning every aspect of the industry until I was 21 and could join myself. From there, I specialized in short-term insurance, and I knew one day I would like to own my own. I think, to get back to what inspires me and drives me, I think it's our industry, as I mentioned before, is vastly understood or understood. Sorry,
Understood.
I call it my Dutchmanism.
Yes.
Or underestimated. I think we've become so professional and we are regulated, our compliancing, and the way that we do business is as professional as doctors and attorneys and accountants out there. And I think to me, it's very much needed for our youth to be able to see that there is an alternative. I mean, within our industry, we've got compliance, we've got lawyers working within the industry, we've got accountants, and there's so many, a vast aspect to what we do that it should actually be promoted at schools to go and study this this line of work. So it does drive me to see that we are able to make a change in our industry, and I want to be a part of that change, to be able to inspire, to grow, and to change the mindset within our community about what we do.
And so what is next for you? What is your future goal?
Look, I am very fortunate and blessed to be complacent with what we've got and what we have achieved. However, I am also an A-type personality that do like to, and a red personality that like to strive for a little bit more. I am inspired by my grandmother, my mother, who always taught me that strive for the impossible and achieve the best possible. So I think next is growing and trying to change that mindset, trying to inspire those that look at our industry as the bad people in the industry, to change that, to be able to also promote within an insurance companies the openness to be able to partner with our public out there.
Lovely. Thank you for sharing with us, Inanda.
Thank you.
Our next nominee is Lynette. Lynette is a professional accountant with 30 years of experience. As the owner of Astral Accounting, a firm specializing in the SME market, Lynette has dedicated her career to helping small and medium-sized businesses thrive. She loves what she does on a daily basis. Lynette, it is nice to meet you.
Nice to meet everybody. Thank you for allowing me onto your platform. So my name is Lynette. I've run Austral Accounting now for just short of 30 years. I started my career within our business, and I think you'd actually need to introduce me as the chief bottle washer as well, because as a small business owner, you know that you have done everything, and you can do it as well. So Austral Accounting specializes in the SMME market. We do compliance, accounting, bookkeeping, wealth management, estate planning, and the list can go on and on and on and on. But what I feel I would like to bring to the fore is that women and business is very special, right? We've got so many outside influences into our daily lives, and for a woman to actually excel in business it's really hard. So I'm really proud to say that I've grown my business. I'm proud to say that I've been able to contribute to lessening our unemployment and also training new accountants into the industry, which I obviously also love.
Lovely. You spoke about difficulties. Share with us a challenge you faced in growing your business. And obviously, maintaining a business over 30 years is no small feat in our economic climate. Just share with us a challenge and how you overcame a challenge.
You know, we all have that thing that we call COVID, right? We all had to go through it. For me, at that time, my business was very old-fashioned and paper-driven. And when COVID struck, it was like, whoopsie, and now I had to make a plan, right? So I was able to pivot my business to be completely cloud-based. Everything we now do is on the cloud. Even my filing is electronic. So we were able to take that business, well, my business, change it. We changed the way we operate. We changed the way we communicate. We literally had to go and redesign it from top to bottom. And it's taken some time, and it's been hard to get buy-in sometimes from my team because they won't quite get why I'm being so anal. But ultimately, that pivoting of my business has led to some significant growth within my business.
And after 30 years of running this business, what is next for you, Lynette?
Oh, I've been lucky enough that I've been kept very busy the last couple of years. I've been part of the Facet Leadership Program. I'm currently with the Grasa Michelle Women Creating Wealth Program. So for me, I really need to scale Austral. I have a need inside me to literally rule the world. Yay!
And you shall. Thank
I
you,
will.
Lynette. Our next nominee is Michelle Isaac. Michelle Isaac is a founder and director of MGM HR Services and has built a successful career in human resources and compliance, specializing in BEE empowerment, employment equity, and skills development. Tell us more about your business and yourself, Michelle.
Hey, Jennifer, and hello, evening to all the lovely ladies, and thank you for this platform, KZN Top Business. My name is Michelle Isaac, and I am the owner and director of MGM HR Services. I'm also a mom and a wife to two very special boys, and so yeah, just a bit about MGM. So I started MGM about 8 years ago, and we specialize with Black economic empowerment, employment equity compliance, and skills development. And what does that mean? Well, basically, we provide mechanisms or ways for companies, medium to large enterprises in KZN, to achieve their compliance. And how we do that, really, it links to things that are very important to me, because it's all about job creation, skills development, helping youth, providing an education, giving them opportunities to get workplace experience, being absorbed in the workplace. And so we are sort of the middleman that would present all of these options to companies to achieve their compliance. And based on their strategy and, well, customizing it actually for their company strategy. And thereafter, we run with implementation. And we take it all the way to the final stages of delivery and compliance achievement. So yeah, I've just attended an important session today with about 300 people, and it was all business owners, and it was all about changing the narrative in KZN, and it's something that Farah touched on, and it's all about, you know, we've got so much of investment coming into KZN. It's over, I mean, it's into the trillions, I think. And so there's so much of opportunities, and, you know, each one employ one. So there's this whole push about creating employment, and that's very special to me. That's very close to me. I have 6 people in my team. And watching them grow and develop, I can see that there's just the opportunities that we have available to us is amazing. And, you know, we just keep growing. Yeah.
What inspires you to keep going?
Oh, definitely. For MGM, it's my team and seeing them grow and seeing them reach new heights, but also where MGM's going. I mean, when I started it, I was just a consultant, and where we are today is definitely not something I imagined, and it's amazing. But I think it just comes from hard work. But you know, when you do what you love, it's actually not work. And so we just keep pushing, we keep delivering. I mean, we have a very proactive approach on how we deliver our services to clients. And just making sure that everything we do is according to, you know, the ethics and the values, and also just delivering quality service to our clients. And I mean, based on doing that all of these years, it's gotten us to this point. So I'm just waiting to see what else is going to come out of it.
Lovely. And on a personal level, you mentioned having a family. I think many of us have families that we balance in the midst of our professional, academic, whatever other pursuits we have in life. How do you find the balance?
There's no balance. There's no balance. If there's work, we work. And when we get a break, and luckily, you know, as entrepreneurs, we have that. We have our busy times, and, you know, we have to put in the time. Yes, you have to establish structures, and I've been able to do that, you know, by having a team in place. I have had to learn to have, you know, to have some balance and go home at a reasonable time every day. But yeah, when it's busy, you know, we all in. And when it's not that busy, then you're able to give back that time, spend quality time with them. It's yeah. You do, yeah, we go along as it comes. That's it.
Work. Yeah, I think my philosophy and my personal journey is you just make it work. What needs to be done is done when it needs to be done. So thank you so much, Michelle. Our next
Thanks.
nominee is Raksha. Raksha is the CEO of AML Distributions, who transitioned from law to business after starting her career in Ireland. Returning to South Africa during the 2008 recession, she saw an opportunity in the cement industry, leading to AML's growth as a leading distributor of hardware products. Welcome, Raksha. Please tell us more about yourself and your business.
Sorry, sorry about that. Just had a little bit of computer issues there. Thank you so much for the lovely introduction. And such inspiring stories. I don't even know what I can say from here, but definitely I'll give it my best shot. So my name is Raksha Laghari. I own a company called AML Distributions. We started off in the cement industry. Actually, my business started off from a conversation with my father, which went something like this. Hey, I think you know people that manufacture cement and there's no cement in South Africa. Maybe you might want to consider that as a business opportunity. And I almost brushed it off until it sort of niggled at the back of my head, and I wondered whether I can actually turn this into a real viable business. And I realized that it was possible, not easy, but possible. And I didn't have a lot of money to start the business off in the first place. So that was also a challenge. But in the end, we started off imported cement. Our first shipment was 7 containers. By the time we stopped importing cement, we were importing around 1,500 containers a month nationally. And but this wasn't really where I saw myself as an entrepreneur, because I feel like as much as imports or importing is important for us to fill gaps in our country where we are lacking in certain products, where we have local products, that those products need to be prioritized. And I decided to reinvent the business, and rather than work against our local manufacturers, I decided to work with them. And we found synergy with certain major manufacturers, mainly being AfriSam, who's the second largest cement producer in South Africa, and PPC, which is the largest cement producer in South Africa. So we now in a very niche position where we only sell locally manufactured, fast-moving hardware materials. We strategically branched off from just cement alone. We moved on to Cora Brick, Etex Building Systems, Saint Gobain, Mali Roofing, to name a few. The business also identified that there were other other farms that we needed in order for us to remain viable. So we entered into the very male-dominated logistics industry, which I can promise you was very, very challenging for me. But I now know all the parts of the truck, and I can probably have a gearbox conversation as good as any operations manager. So I think that moving to logistics was important for us. It grew our business and it brought stability to it. Business wasn't done with just logistics. We later moved into mining and aggregates. Again, I started off as a complete novice. I knew nothing about mining. I'd like to think today that I'm pretty well-skilled miner in KZN. I think one of the few women in mining in KZN as well. So that's the AML journey, and that's my journey. As Jen pointed out, I started off as a lawyer in Ireland, which is a story on its own how I got there. But and I realized when I came back to South Africa that I wanted to do more with my life than just that, and that's how I ended up being a business, and here I am today. Thank you.
You're certainly doing a lot more. You are delving into very male-dominated industries. How do you handle that, and do you see it as a challenge? Because from my personal experience in my industry, it is male-dominated, but you need to be resilient and determined to still put yourself forward and conquer the opportunities that are there. So do you feel it's a challenge, and how do you deal with it?
I think I am as male dominated can be. I'll share a story for you, right? Every year I go to AfriSam's Swana breakfast, which is their state of address breakfast after the budget is launched. And there's literally like 1,000 men and 5 women at it every year for the last 15 years of my life. So it'll tell you how male dominated the industry is. And definitely it is challenging. I didn't see it. Okay, I saw it more on the sales side when it came to hardware materials. The fact that most of our customers were male businesses, either in hardware construction, and they didn't believe that I had what it took to sell to them, and that took some convincing. But I'd like to say that by growing my sales skills, understanding how to relate to my customers on a level that where they don't see a difference between me and them, and where they understand that what I have to offer them is more important than the fact that I'm female and they're male. But especially in the mining industry, that is a very, very male dominated. There's no very few girls in mining, and I can tell you that when I went in, I was not taken seriously at all. I had to literally teach myself every aspect of the mining charter and how it applies to my business, and be able to understand an entire production plant, a very big entire production plant, which wasn't brand new. So I had continuous maintenance issues that I had to deal with. And those maintenance issues actually fall under the regulation of the DMRE as well. So I can tell you I faced challenges along the way, but I can also say to you, by continuously equipping myself with skill and understanding, that I was able to overcome those challenges. And I no longer I don't really feel like I'm at a back foot in my male industry anymore.
Lovely. You've got a very inspiring story, Raksha. Well done.
Thank you.
Our next nominee is Rashmi Ramen, who is the CEO of Zilon Bulk Bags, and she's a shining example of entrepreneur success in South Africa. With a background in finance and a vision for building a legacy for her children, she transformed a small business that started in her garage into a thriving manufacturing company. It's nice to meet you. Please tell us more about yourself and your business.
Thank you, Jennifer. And good afternoon to everybody that's on our platform and all you lovely ladies with inspiring stories. It's always lovely to hear all these stories, and it just inspires me more. So my name is Rashmi Ramen, and I have a company called Xylon Bulk Bags. Bulk bags meaning FIBCs. These are large woven polypropylene containers that's made of durable, very hard resistant fabric, and it's used a lot in the mining industry. So Raksha and I are going to connect later on. It's used in the sand companies, grain, fertilizer. So basically it is to store your goods and transport it safely, because everybody has their commodities that they manufacture and want to keep it safe, and also it must be stored in proper containers. So the bulk bags are basically used to store grain, fertilizer, sand. Any packaging industry would use the bulk bags. So Xylon Bulk Bags is the only female-owned bulk bag business in South Africa. And yeah, we're proud to actually be a woman-owned business. Thank you.
Well done. Well done. Tell us a bit about how did you get here today? So what was the journey for Rashmi?
So like you've mentioned already, that we started off in our garage. So it was actually my son who's very much part of the business as well. He's actually the production manager as well as a sales manager with us at the moment. And we started with taking a secondhand bag apart, and we decided we want to actually manufacture the bags instead of just refurbishing a bag. So that's where the idea came about, and we saw that there was a need, a much sought out need for this product. And yeah, it grew from there. From 2 staff, we now have about 18 staff. We had 2 sewing machines that started up in the garage. My husband and I used to cut the material in the evening just to have it ready for the next day for our sewers to sew. And that's where the journey started. And now with us having grown the business, we now own our own property, and we are looking forward to expanding the business. And it's very much involved with agro processing as well. So we're looking at the farming industry as well, because the bags are used a lot in agriculture.
Thank you. And before I let you go, your bio speaks about leaving a legacy. Tell us, what does that mean to you personally?
So I have 3 kids, 3 children, adults they are now actually. And yeah, so I want to leave that legacy for them. It's always been something that I wanted to start a business, not particularly this business, but start a business and always have it continue in the family. So to leave that legacy for my kids, and to know that they have something to fall back on, and they can always tell a story behind it as well, to say, this is where we started, this is where my mom started the business, and this is how we've grown. And yeah, I think that legacy is what I want to leave for the kids, just to say, you know, we always say there's a story behind something, and my story is that it started in the garage.
It's a beautiful story, Rashmi. Well done.
Thank you.
And our last but not least is the beautiful Thirusha. Thirusha is the CEO and founder of Control Pro, a business development firm specializing in business advisory, internal audit, compliance, risk management, and taxation. Often referred to as the business doctor, Control Pro specializes in business services tailored to meet the needs of each client. It's a pleasure to meet you, Thirusha. Tell us more about yourself and your business.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. It's an honor to be on this platform. Thank you to you and to KZN Top Businesswomen as well. I must just take the opportunity to also remind you that I'm not the last one, because Sugesnee is also on the call. But yeah,
I didn't turn the page, my error.
I'm not sure if you should I carry on or do you want to?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm Thirusha Govender. I'm the CEO and founder of Control Pro, a company specializing in business solutions. We tailor make solutions for businesses. And yeah, I do have the necessary set of alphabets behind my name, but more so, I'm driven by my passion. I'm passionate about seeing businesses thrive and survive every challenge. We seek to move business owners from the passenger seat, where they accept wherever the business may lead, to the driver's seat and setting them up to enjoy the scenery as well. Yes, you can enjoy business, not just the busyness of business. Systems and numbers are our game, and that's the field that we operate in. We offer services ranging from accounting, taxes, all that kind of thing, and also in terms of internal audit, risk management, and tax. So what we look at when I say solution driven and tailor-made solutions is that I'm sure we've heard that the stat that more than 70% of businesses in South Africa fail in their first 5 years. But did you know that the reason for failure stems largely from poor financial management and lack of internal controls? So there's also a study that found that many SMEs in South Africa fail to maintain complete accounting records. And of course, that would then limit their ability to make informed decisions. And it gives them a lack of financial oversight, which leads to cash flow problems, business failures, and very high stress levels. So according to research, also there's 40% of new businesses fail in their first year, and 60% fail within the first 2 years due to inadequate financial oversight and governance. So in saying that, we want to keep things positive. Otherwise, I know Farah is going to have my head. So we want to be positive and say that even though there's businesses that fail, even though we know these are the stats that come our way, we really just want to be there to say, listen, an accounting system intimidates a lot of people. Admin systems intimidate a lot of people, but it's really an easy solution to a problem that's killing companies. And we want to journey with you. Systems and having internal controls, they're easy to put in, but they reduce your stress levels. They give you numbers that you can work with, that you can plan on. And like I say, we want to put business owners, we want to move you from the passenger seat into the driver's seat, and a high performance vehicle at that.
Well said. Tell me, what inspired you to follow this career path?
So I'm typically somebody that thinks out the box quite a lot. I like to find different ways of looking at things and so on. My background and my studies are in internal audit, tax, accounting, business, and the like. But because I have a passion for business, I like to pull all these fields together and offer solutions to businesses that come at them holistically, covering anything in operational in your factory, leading all the way back into your admin, really integrating things, having systems that are streamlined, and put business owners in the know. Because when you know your numbers, as good or as bad as the numbers may be, you're in the right place, knowing how to proceed from there, how to make informed decisions, and how to make things work for you. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. That's what drives me. I like how everything works together, and it's different for everyone.
Thank you, Thirusha. My apologies, Sugesnee, but I gave you a bit of a chance to regroup yourself, and we throw curveballs in Women in Top Business. So let's now meet Sugesnee Naidoo. Her drive is shaped by a deep connection to her cultural roots and the value she places on family traditions. Her approach to life and work is influenced by the strong cultural foundation she grew up with, which is instilled in a sense of responsibility and importance of contributing meaningfully to society. She is a leader. She fosters inclusivity and bridging generational gaps and creates opportunities. Tell us more about yourself and your business.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for this opportunity to be on KZN Top Businesswoman. My name is Sugesnee Naidoo, and I'm the Managing Director of Enemas Foam Tapes and Pressure Sensitive Adhesives. I started off the business 19 years ago, and I started off with converting of foam products. From there, I realized there was an opportunity in the market for tapes as well, because this was widely imported at the time. So I did my research and I started off manufacturing one of my main raw materials. And from there, I grew the business, and we went on to become distributors to 3M products as well. And yeah, so we've taken the business to different lengths. We've diversified into different products. I'm also in the ceiling and insulation industries. And I'm also very grateful to finally have to grow my business to the level of having my family with me. Even though I started off by myself, I now have my husband in the business and my son as well. And that's our succession plan, because it always interested me in seeing businesses grow. And, you know, I always wondered, that business is 100 years old, 150 years old. And I was so inspired to be one of those people that 100 years down the line, I'm one of those businesses. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about this. This is such an opportunity for all of us, and to meet these amazing leaders here that we have on this group. So yes, thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you, Jennifer.
What advice would you give to a younger lady that's going to embark on the journey that you have embarked on?
So I would say, you know, just believe in yourself and persevere. You know, everything is so difficult. It's not just about being in business. It's difficult to be a wife, a mother, a friend, an aunt. Every single direction that we turn in, we face challenges. So I think if you have a dream, just go for it, believe in yourself. And there's amazing people out there that are ready to assist you in your time of need. You know, don't judge yourself. Do what you do best and just enjoy the journey.
Lovely. Well said. I did save the best for last. No, we all are the best today.
Absolutely.
Just some takeaways from everyone's little golden nuggets that we got is have a positive outlook, be forward thinking within our businesses, be optimistic, and no matter what we face, never give up. Pursuing a career while balancing our life and family, there is no balancing act. It's what we're going to make out of it. And the world is our oyster, and we can achieve anything and everything that we put our mind to. So thank you, wonderful woman, for sharing your incredible and inspiring stories with us. I look forward to meeting you all in person on the 14th. And for those watching online, please make sure you tune in on Thursday for our second series. Thank you.